persiapan ini buat touring. Ini pemasangan kamera.
Persiapan.
Ya guys, kita mau persiapan SunMoRi ya. Ini lagi pemasangan kamera. Alat kamera.
Jadi itu kuncinya yang merah itu. Dasar HP. Nah itu di samping tinggal nyolokin kabelnya.
Kata-kata hari ini
Karena semangat jadi nggak habis-habis bensinnya.
Shadows alive. Subscribe to Ballads and be part of this eternal journey. Sometimes I see it shimmering in the haze, an oasis of our younger, better days. Your laughter echoes on the burning air. I run towards it knowing you're not there. It turns to dust and scatters from my head. Just another mirage in this cursed land. A trick of light, a phantom of the past. A beautiful illusion never meant to last. I walk this wasteland lost inside of me. A kingdom of sin for all eternity. No rain will fall, no spring will ever start. I am the wanderer in the desert of the heart, where silence is the only sound I know. Of what I've lost are where I go. Searching for a verdant shore, there is no after, there is no before. I am the rock, the sand, the grit, the stone, eroded by a sorrow all my own. This emptiness is now my only guide. There is nowhere to run and nowhere left to hide. sorrow, dreading the arrival of tomorrow. Faded lamplight paints the dusty floor. A shadow falls beneath my chamber door. Not a guest of flesh, no earthly sound, but a familiar ache, a grief profound that settles deep within my weary core and whispers what has been and is no more. And the silence in my soul begins to speak, a single hollow word for all I seek, an answer to the prayers I cry in vain, a final echo in the falling rain. From the bleak shores of what has gone before, the whisper turns into a roar. Nevermore. A spectre born of pain, a raven's skies with burning embers where it should have eyes. It perches on the wisdom in my mind and leaves all hope and reason far behind. I ask its name, this prophet of my grief. It offers no solace, no relief, just stares into the ruin of the war that rages in my heart forevermore. And the silence in my soul begins to speak, a single hollow word for all I seek, an answer to the prayers I cry in vain, a final echo in the falling rain. From the bleak shores of what has gone before, the whisper turns into a roar. A highly emotional Cobblestones are slick with silver tears, reflecting all my lonely, wasted years. This garden where our summer roses grew is drowned tonight in shades of gray and blue. No music plays, but I can hear the strain as I await my partner in the rain. A silent invitation, a willing slave to dance upon the edges of a grave. 1, 2, 3, a step into the past, a ghostly hand in mine, a shadow cast. We spin and sway, a slow and sad ballet, and dance the memory of our pain away. A beautiful and sorrowful refrain. This is our want in the cold rain. I feel your breath, a whisper on the breeze, your phantom fingers rustling through the trees. The weight of your head resting on my heart, a perfect, fragile, fleeting work of art. The world outside is nothing but a blur, just the ghost of who you were. I close my eyes to keep the vision true, and for a moment I'm alive with you. 1, 2, 3, a step into the past, a ghostly hand in mine, a shadow cast. We spin and sway, a slow and sad ballet, and dance the memory of our pain away. A beautiful and sorrowful refrain. This is our waltz in the cold rain. Falters, the illusion breaks. My arms are empty for my own heart's sake. The warmth I felt was just a dying spark. stand here, shivering in the dark. Your touch is gone, replaced by chilling drops. And in my soul, the lonely waltz just stops. It stops in the cold rain, all alone in the rain. One final mournful phrase before fading out, leaving only the sound of the steady rain. I see my face in this cold silver glass, but half the person I was is in the past. My own hand feels like a stranger's in the night, reaching for a warmth that's lost to light. I speak a sentence and I stop halfway, forgetting it was never mine to say alone. This echo chamber is my only home. This broken map, this phantom of a soul, a fractured story that will not be whole. I search the borders, trying to define which part was yours, which part was ever mine. The sacred lines are blurred, the bond is torn, where I end and you begin no more. I still remember how our thoughts would rhyme. We'd breathe and sink, defeating space and time. Your heartbeat was a rhythm in my chest. In your reflection, I could see my best. We were a language only two could speak, a fortress built that we never thought was weak. A single shadow cast beneath the sun, two separate journeys that became just one. This broken map, this phantom of a soul, a fractured story that will not be whole. I search the borders, trying to define line in memory's sand and learn to walk again in this dead land, to find the edges of my own design and tell my blood that it is only mine. I must reclaim this ghost, this empty space, and find a stranger in my own embrace, where I am and you begin. Fall, the final scene is set. The candle flickers, casting silhouettes. The world outside has whispered its goodnight, and in the dark you step into the light. No scythe you hold, no monstrous grim design, just a patient hand that's reaching out for mine. Your hollow eyes hold no malice or hate, just a calm acceptance of my fate. So lead the way, I'm ready to begin. Let the final fatal music spin, for a life of joy, a life of bitter strife. I'll pay the price and dance away my life. touch is ice, your hold is firm and true. The ballroom is this lonely room for two. Each staccato step, a memory. Each graceful turn, a year of ecstasy. The rhythm of my failing heart keeps time to this sublime and tragic pantomime. My life is flashing in your endless gaze, a beautiful and terrifying maze. So lead the way, I'm ready to begin. Let the final, fatal music spin. For a life of joy, a life of bitter strife, I'll pay the price and dance away my life with you, my silent suitor, hand in glove. One last dance with death, my final love.
Dance is done.
Bone in the sky, the frost on the window is watching me cry. The clock on the wall has forgotten its pace. A statue of grief in this desolate place. Another year buried, another one born in the heart of the darkness that precedes a morn that I'm no longer sure will ever rise again. Just the steady cold rhythm of the pain, and the silence is a weight I can't abide, with nowhere left to run and nowhere left to hide. The sun is just a story I once knew, as I am frozen, waiting here for you. Time itself is bleeding, losing the fight, trapped inside the belly of the longest night. The ghosts of your laughter, they flicker and fade like dying embers of a life we made. My breath is a vapor that hangs in the air, a fragile prayer to answer my despair. Each hour is a mountain I must climb, a prisoner to the memory of time. I trace your name on the cold window pane and watch it disappear into the rain. And the silence is a weight I can't abide, with nowhere left to run and nowhere left to hide. The sun is just a story I once knew, with me through shattered archways now. Upon this cold and broken ground, where sunlight fears to cast its gentle rays, and silence marks the end of all my days. The pillars of my faith have turned to dust. My gilded monuments are green with rust. Each fractured stone a testament to lies. Beneath the gaze of cold, uncaring skies, this is my kingdom, this my final throne. A wasteland where I'll forever be alone. No banners fly, no loyal subjects call, just shadows dancing as the heavens fall. A lonely sovereign, by my grief enthralled, here in the ruins of my soul. This silent hall is where our laughter echoed, now home to nothing but a cold vertigo. This barren garden's where our promises grew, now choked with thorns and bitter with the dew. Each piece of broken glass a memory of your face, a scattered jewel in this forsaken place. You were the architect and the wrecking ball, the one who built it just to watch it fall. This is my kingdom, this my final throne. A wasteland where I'll forever be alone. No banners fly, no loyal subjects call, just shadows dancing as the heavens fall. A lonely sovereign, by my grief enthralled, here in the ruins of my soul. I built my throne from wreckage and from pain, and crowned myself with wreaths of freezing rain. I am the king of dust and echoes here, the lonely master of my own despair. Let no one come to rebuild or to save. This is my palace, and it is my grave. Here in the ruins, I will remain. In the ruins I will remain. The grey dawn breaks but brings no sun today. Just a heavy shroud to steal the world away. I walk the path where trees are ghostly bones, and sound is softened by the weeping stones. I come to this cathedral cold and vast, to shed the present and embrace the past, leaving the solid ground I knew behind, for the comfort that I can no longer find. This is my chapel, this my sacred ground, where in the silence you can still be found. The world is veiled, my heart is laid to bare, a whispered prayer into the silver air, quiet vigil for the love I'm yearning in the mist. This is my morning. I feel you in the cold upon my face, a phantom touch in this forgotten place. Are you the whisper that disturbs the leaf? Are you the author of this sweet dark grief? I speak your name and watch the vapor turn, a fragile lesson that I'll never learn. How to exist when half of me is gone, lost in the mist before the coming dawn. This is my chapel, this my sacred ground, where in the silence you can still be found. The world is veiled, my heart is laid to bare, a whispered prayer into the silver air, quiet vigil for the love I'm still here. There's a place no map will ever find, a barren landscape of the heart and mind, where rivers of emotion cease to flow, and not a single hopeful seed will grow. The sun of memory, a searing cruel white light, the chilling solace of the endless night. The cracked and broken ground beneath my feet is paved with promises and bittersweet defeat. I walk this wasteland lost inside of me, a kingdom of sand for all eternity. No rain will fall, no spring will ever start. I am the wanderer in the desert of the heart, where silence is the only sound I know, and ghosts of what I've lost are where I go. Sometimes I see it shimmering in the haze, an oasis of our younger, better days. Your laughter echoes on the burning air. I run towards it knowing you're not there. It turns to dust and scatters from my hand. Just another mirage in this cursed land. A trick of light, a phantom of the past, a beautiful illusion never meant to last. I walk this wasteland lost inside of me, a kingdom of sand for all eternity. No rain will fall, no spring will ever start. I am the wanderer in the desert of the heart, where silence is the is now my only guide. There is nowhere to run and nowhere left to hide.